Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kane's Wrath Christmas Mod 1 vs. 1 Tournament 2015, proudly hosted by GameReplays.org. My name is Santakis, and we are in for some cheerful action here today, folks. And so a couple of things to note before we get started. All links referred to in this cast are available in the description of the video, so just click that Show More button beneath the video to follow along with our broadcast for today. Additionally, all music heard during this broadcast is courtesy of both Zircon and Little V Mills. That is the standard background music that you're hearing. There will be some other music that you'll be listening to a little bit later, which will be totally unrelated, but you'll like it all the same. So if you enjoyed the music you hear today, please be sure to check out their respective websites, which are linked in the description below. Furthermore, if you find yourself bored during the downtime, you're not going to find yourself bored, but in the case that you do, check out that I button in the top right corner of your video screen for direct links to past events and single game commentaries on my channel. So with that stuff out of the way, let's discuss the specifics of today's event. So today's tournament is being held on the brand new Christmas themed mod. That's right, it is a mod, appropriately named the Christmas mod. This is a brand spanking new mod that features all of our beloved 1.02 maps, almost said 1.02 plus, with a holiday reskin. So you'll notice lots and lots of goodies on these maps, and for those of you that have been good this year, you're encouraged to download and play the mod for yourselves. It's 100% free, and all of the instructions on how to get it running can be found from the link in the description below. I believe it's listed as mod information or something along that lines. So definitely check that out. I would strongly recommend it, even if it's just for a tiny bit of fun offline. Believe me, it's worth it. This mod features aesthetic updates, that's a tough word to say, which the players will see in the heads-up display and user interfaces, so you'll see that obviously in-game. You will see something on my screen as well, as I believe the observer mode does have a few things as well. Whoa, my phone is still on. Holy cow. Okay, we'll deal with that in a little bit. But they will also find that infantry and tanks shoot snowballs, and that each faction can now train a Santa's elf. Now, this little character is hilarious. Wait until you see him in-game. It's actually pretty funny. He's the only changed character, or rather added character, to the entire game, so we made an effort not to change the balance or anything to the game. It is going to be running very similar to the way that 1.02 ran, with the only other change being that the shredder turret has been reworked to be a snow cannon and fires 5 times faster, but does 5 times less damage. So that changes the shredder turret a little bit, because the damage is going to be output a little bit more frequently. It's just not going to be as significant. So we'll have to see if that makes much of a difference. But yeah, that's going to be it for our mod information here. And let's get into the actual specifics of our tournament today. So today's tournament is going to be a single elimination bracket tournament, and all games are going to be played as best of 3 until the semifinals, which will be best of 5, and concluding with the third place and finals matches as best of 7 series. So not really shocking stuff. It is going to be a pretty standard single elimination bracket here today. So now we get into the fun stuff. Let's talk about the map pool. So the map pool for today's event contains the maps Snowtown, USA, Tournament Drift, Tournament Snowball, Workshop Problems, Present Box Arena, Tournament Tree, and then everybody's favorite, Winter Meltdown, which was actually created by Predator. We just decided to incorporate that one in, since it kind of had the same feel to the whole overall map. But yeah, so a couple of things before we actually jump into the brackets is I've actually got an even more special treat for you guys. We've got pretty low player counts for this one. Again, we were kind of expecting a pretty low turnout just due to the fact that it is a mod, and a lot of people kind of balk at mods. They get a little bit nervous and say, "Ooh, I don't know how to install it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play at the best of my ability." So unfortunately, that's going to be the case here today. I think we've got a pretty low player count, but that's okay, because I've got an even more special treat for you guys. This will be my very first tournament appearance. I will be playing today, and you guys are going to get to see the mod played FPV firsthand. I decided to go ahead and just throw my name into the bracket and see what I can do, both to show off the mod as well as increase the player count, give these guys some games earlier on, give you guys a good idea of what the game looks like from in-game, and then also then also just kind of pick up on something that I'm going to be kind of picking up on my own channel here in the very near future, which is going to be more FPV stuff. But I will be releasing more information about that stuff in an upcoming 3,000 subscriber special video. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. As soon as we hit 3,000 subs here on the channel, I'll put that video up. It's already loaded up and ready to be released, so that should be coming out pretty soon. I think we're sitting at about 2970 or something like that today. So we're very close. We're well within striking distance of actually reaching the 3,000 subscriber mark here today. And before I jump into it, so let's see, I just got a message here from IPG FTP. Can you record this match today on YouTube? Because if I have more time. I'm assuming you're asking if I can record this and make sure that it's on my YouTube channel. All of my live streams are always recorded and uploaded in their entirety, so you have no worries there. They will be certainly on YouTube, so do not panic. But yeah, let's take a look and see if we can find the brackets. I'll actually bring you guys to the secondary. Oops. Yeah, so this is what the in-game lobby screen looks like. You guys can see that up here in the corners that we do have some little snowflakes, and the background's been changed. There's some nice little penguins. I think those are actually from an animated movie. I can't remember what it was called though. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. So we're just sitting here in the lobby waiting. I'll throw up that between game screen. So yeah, let me see if I can find the bracket, see if it has been updated. And I think it probably has. Okay, so the bracket has been updated. I'll actually go ahead and throw this up on the screen. And the bracket is linked down in the description. It looks like we do have 8 players. And you know what? Let's see if I can do this. Okay, and we'll do that. Okay, so here we go with our bracket here today. So the quarterfinal is going to be best of 3, going to be kicking off on Workshop Problems. And we have WarStorm 666, an older player that hasn't been around for a little while. He decided to come back for this one. He's going to be playing up against Zypher Bullet, who is the mod creator. He is a member of GameReplays.org staff, Kane's Wrath staff, and he did an awesome job with this mod. It's a lot of fun. And so he's going to be facing off against WarStorm 666. And then down below that, we have the one and only Spartacus, a.k.a. me, going to be playing against wegottherockets. I'm going to get wrecked. I've played against Rockets before, and I'm pretty sure he's significantly better than I am. So we'll have to see how that one shakes out. But we won't worry about it too much. I'm not expecting to make it very far, to be honest. Even on a good day, I'm not that great, and I am rusty as all hell. But down below that, Granola... Oh, hold on. Let's try that again. Granola 17 versus Dirty Harry CNC. And then below that, we have Dimitery facing off against the one and only Masterleaf. So Masterleaf is here, apparently. I didn't see him in the lobby when I was looking earlier, but I would imagine he probably is here if he's in the bracket. So we will move on past that. So very, very short bracket here today, guys. We're going to be headed into a best of 3 quarterfinals, which will then be sent into a best of 5 semifinal, and then the best of 7 final. So I would imagine this tournament maybe 2 hours. I mean, it'll be a pretty quick one. It's going to depend on how long these games go and whether or not these guys go super try-hard mode. But it is a tournament, so I expect everybody to bring in their big guns. So yeah, that's going to be it for right now, everybody. We're going to take a short break while I try to track down my game, and then we'll be jumping into that. And I'll probably leave my microphone on so that way you guys can listen to me laughing at the mod. I've only played a couple of quick skirmish games, so I haven't seen everything there is to see, and I haven't actually seen the majority of the maps yet. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's going on here myself. So with that said, let's take a short break. We're going to jump into our first match here coming up very soon, which is going to be me versus wegottherockets. Best of 3 series going to be kicking off on Workshop Problems. That's coming up momentarily, everybody, so be sure to stick around. All right, everybody, here we go into game number 1 of me versus We Got the Rockets. And me is not some smurf of somebody. That is actually me. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I want to put on a good show for you, and I don't want to get wrecked. But I got a feeling I'm going to get wrecked. So let's do it. We'll say our good luck, have fun. And there we go. This is the first game I've played in months, so this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. I'll turn that music down just a touch. Alright, so Black Hand v Black Hand, nothing too out of the ordinary about that, aside from the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's see what we can do here. Oh no! You can hear the little jingle bell sounds. Alright. Oh my god, I'm playing in windowed mode too. This is gonna be rough.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. New construction options. Training. Structure sold. Building. Training. Construction complete. Cancel.
These little guys are awesome, man.
Deploy here. Building.
Oh,
on hold.
shoot.
Cancelled.
Structure
sold.
Bandit is ours.
Oh, so they usually expand quickly to the blue Tiberium,
What
don't
do you
they?
require?
Construction
drop
complete.
a crane.
Need help with anything?
Okay, so you guys can see I am not the best at this game, and that's okay.
Tiberium is power.
Where are my little
May I
elves?
assist you?
Enemy units sighted.
So we're gonna send this guy right up the right-hand side. So they don't actually do any damage.
Attack. Unit lost.
Okay.
We are the
Building
chosen.
captured. Construction complete.
We serve the prophet. They will confess.
Okay, so I got those off.
New construction options. Building.
I'm gonna get out a couple of bikes first. Whoa, where's that harvester going? What? Oh, I put it too close to the... That's not good.
This bike's ready.
Wait, how did he... Alright, I don't know how that happened. We'll get our bike moving out.
This bike's ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Right. No one's gonna save you now. This bike's ready. What are we waiting for?
Construction complete. Unit under attack. Low power.
Ref down.
Training. Building offline.
Let's
Building.
gather all we can. We're wasting time. Yeah, I'm ready.
Insufficient
Let's go.
funds.
Let's go for a hunt.
I got a feeling he's probably rushing me with something.
Enemy base sighted. Construction complete. Building online. Building.
What are we waiting for?
Alright, so let's go in there and see if we can do any damage to his harvesters
Construction
here.
complete. Unit under attack.
Yeah, he is rushing me.
Harvester under attack.
Kill.
It is time for a harvest.
Oh no, it's a flame rush!
Our base
Oh,
is
God.
under attack. On hold.
I think I'm dead here, guys.
Cannot deploy here. Structure sold. Building. Cancelled.
Oh, that's rough. That's a rough start, man.
Construction complete.
Well, I was hoping not to get rushed this early, but that's okay. Whoa, look at the shredder turrets! Holy cow, that was worth watching. Alright, game number 1, gonna be pretty quick. The shredder turret was awesome though, holy cow. So, I mean, I expected that he was rushing. I sent my bikes around. I built the bikes to actually deal with the flame rush. I figured I'd catch his flame rush, and of course I was in radio mode. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, so mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, folks. I was so caught up in trying to play well that it's like I wasn't even in full screen. Oh man, rough stuff, but anyways, that's going to be it for game number 1. Game number 2 is going to come up momentarily, everybody, so be sure to stick around. Alright guys, so I am going to give you a complete control of the map choice. I'd like to pick a smaller map, something where I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable. Or maybe we can go with an even bigger map, maybe like Tournament Rift or Tournament Drift. Yeah, let me just explain to him. Radio mode, good stuff, good stuff. Actually, interestingly enough, keep an ear out for the 3,000 sub special, guys. There will actually be radio mode coming back, but not in the way that you just saw here, where I'm playing in a freaking windowed version of the game as opposed to a full screen. But actually some cool new stuff that's actually coming up on my second channel, so you can keep an ear out for that. There's no information out just yet, but when my 3K special comes out, you will be able to read up on it. But yeah, I got wrecked. It's kind of what I was expecting, to be honest. I mean, I've played against Rockets before, and I mean, really, this is what gets me is Blackhand early rushes. Like, I don't have the ability to scout the map well enough. I'm just not good enough. So you guys go ahead and pick the map. I don't know what I want to play. I think if it comes down to it, I may just play. What do we want to play? Play Present Box Arena. I feel pretty comfortable on that map. Not great, but it's okay. Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, it's 7 o'clock in the morning for me. I haven't played in months. Not that I'm making excuses. I'm bad. I'm the first one to admit that I'm bad, but I'm especially bad right now because, first of all, I'm trying to cast, and the game is actually in windowed mode, not in full screen, so I can't actually pan to the right at all. My cursor literally goes onto my second monitor, so that's kind of a trouble. But anyways, yeah, I'm not trying to make up excuses. Tournament Tower, okay, you guys want to play the Tournament Tree, so let's do it. Tournament Tree it is. Where is that map? Oh yeah, it's not 1.02 plus Tournament Tree. Oh, and he's going to play Steel Talons? Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to play Black Hand into that. Oh, and Marked of Kane is bugged. I was going to say I'll play Marked of Kane. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go... Ooh, what do I want to play into this? I don't know if I want to play Black Hand into this. I think I want to go GDI. I feel a lot more comfortable on GDI. I think I'm gonna go GDI. He's probably gonna go with some kind of a Titan Rush, but we're gonna do it anyways. So this is Tournament Tree. And no, this is not Tournament Tower list, guys. This is not on 1.02 plus, so keep that in mind. That's an important thing to factor in. And I'll actually switch my monitor over now so you guys can see full screen. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. We'll say good luck, have fun, and we'll start it up. All right, so Tournament Tree, game number 2. This is do or die for me, guys. Have to win this game in order to move on. But I think we know how that's gonna go. We'll see. Oh, he switched to Black Hand at the last second. God damn it. All right, well.
Building.
Okay, well, we'll make it work.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
My guess is it's gonna be some kind of an infantry rush.
Rifle squad ready.
Structure
Squad
sold.
ready. Roger out. I got their code.
So yeah, Tournament Tree, guys. There it is. There's the Christmas tree. And wait till we get to the center of the map and you can see that. That's actually really cool.
Rendezvous point confirmed.
So he's probably gonna go fast infantry.
Reporting in.
Oop, I need to get into this building.
Securing
Let's get into that
structure.
one actually.
I got all I need.
Construction
Control codes.
complete. New construction options. Building.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh no! Run away! Look at the snowballs. The snowballs are great. I love that.
Tiberium exposure
Let's
detected.
run away.
Building captured.
Understood. Rendezvous point
We'll go
confirmed.
this way. So I can like almost bet that I'm being flame rushed. So we will
Construction complete.
separate our buildings out a little bit
Construction
better this time around as I put my...
Training.
No, I don't want to do that.
On hold. Cancelled.
I wanna do
Training.
this.
Building.
Rifle squad. Ready for action.
Construction complete.
Pitbull here. Right on.
Our base is under attack. Insufficient.
Alright, so I'm really worried about his flame tank here. I'm sure it's around, or it's going to be bikes or something.
Construction complete. Low power.
Get to that tip
Building. Building offline.
The fact that I haven't seen anything yet. It is
Enemy
bikes.
sighted. Construction
Crap.
complete. Harvester under attack. Training. Structure assault. Unit
Need to pull
under
this
attack.
harvester a lot earlier.
Harvester lost.
Well, this kind of sucks. I got rushed both games. Alright, well, I mean, that's kind of how it goes.
Tiberium explosion detected.
Worst part is I can't actually build anything because I don't have any money. This Predator is not going to be able to do anything. Alright, well, that sucks.
On hold.
So I don't have any harvesters left.
Structure assault. Unit
Sigh.
under attack. Structure sold.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Structure sold. Structure sold.
Well,
You have
that's my
lost.
tournament play, guys. That's why I don't play, in case you were wondering. I get shreked. So, GG, well played. Got rushed both games, blackhand. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, that's going to be it for me in the tournament. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it. Maybe the laughs were. But I only got to play the map for about 2 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. Under 3 minutes. Right on, Sparty. Putting up a good show. But the map is actually pretty cool. There's actually a little train that drives around the tree. I didn't get to look at it because I spent too much time trying to deal with stuff in my base. But yeah, GG's. GG's. Can't complain too much. Well, I could, but nobody's going to care. But that's going to be it for me, guys. So we'll check in on the bracket. I would imagine everybody else is probably still working on their first game because they're not complete noobs. So we'll save our replays and then move into the lobby. So yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Well, not for the cast. Obviously, we're going to stick around for the cast. But yes, that was the extent of my play. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully that will be improving in the near future, but we'll see. So anyways, we're going to take a short break while we track down our first series of the day that we're going to be casting, and we'll be jumping into that momentarily, everybody, so be sure, stick around. Hello, everybody, and welcome to game number 1 of our Best of 5 Semifinals series. That's right, you heard me correctly. It is Semifinals already, and that brings us to the map Snowtown, USA. I have to keep trying to correct myself in saying that. And spawning down in the bottom left corner of this very festive reskin as the red black hand, we have We Got the Rockets. And sliding up into the top right corner as the first member, as the orange black hand, we have WarStorm. So WarStorm coming back from a long hiatus from tournament play. Nice to see him jumping in and playing some fun tournaments here today. And it will be a black hand v black hand. Whoa, what's going on with that squad here? Not sure what he's doing. The snowballs are the best. Look at this. This is great. I like the casting aspect of it. We get to sit here and watch the snowballs. That's great. And then we got the tower in the center here. They all have the festive lights up and running. Pretty cool stuff. I really like this mod. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, oogling at the fun stuff aside, it looks like it will be War Factory out here for Rockets. And he did rush me both games. If you guys missed those, I wouldn't be surprised you just had to blink and you would miss it. It's double War Factory. Is it double War Factory all in from WarStorm? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna be the guy we need him to be? Shredder Turret comes down. He's gonna go ahead and sell that up. He gets the Black Hand Squad out, and they are firing tons and tons of those snowballs out. Gonna be forcing back the Raider buggy. I'm just trying to fix my audio levels here because I realize that I'm a little bit quieter than I probably should be here as far as the game sounds go. But anyways, that has been beaten back, and it looks like it's going to be pretty slow moving here at this point. It was double War Factory, and it is Eco behind it for Rockets, so he doesn't seem to be too worried about the fact that it is double War Factory here coming out of WarStorm. And we'll have to see what the choice is going to be. It will be a Predator tank coming out, or rather Scorpion tank coming out first. I'm totally thrown for a loop here as I... Oh wait, it was a fake double War Factory all in. He sold the second War Factory, built a refinery, so WarStorm, he's going to be behind on Eco here. He didn't get Rockets to bite on this this change here, so it's double War Factory now for Rockets. He also has a Hand of Nod as well. Probably expecting some stuff to be headed his way. He doesn't have a whole lot of scouts in the middle of the map here, though he does feel pretty comfortable on the bottom side of the map. So that's kind of why he's focusing most of his forces up here on the top side where he doesn't really have much vision here. But bikes coming in, they're going to take a few shots here from the Rocket squads as well as the Confessor Cabal squad. And one bike will go down straight away. Second bike is down to about half HP. MCB gets sold off. Operations Center is down, so it's double War Factory all in with an Operations Center here. But a little bit of a twist on it. It has double Refinery and 4 Harvesters. And will a 5th Harvester come out? No, it's going to be Scorpion tank spam off of that. And WarStorm staying sneaky, so he does see what he's up to now. And WarStorm, he's definitely under the gun here. There's a lot of Scorpion tanks headed his way, and the question is he going to be able to hold on? No, the Scorpion tanks aren't moving out. Rockets is still unaware of the fact that there aren't any units out on the map just yet. But they are going to be moving through the middle of the map now, and they're going to be taking some damage here from these garrisons as they pass through, or at least I would imagine they will. There's a couple of rocket squads embedded in here as well. So Flame Tank going to be moving through the middle of the map, going to be looking to clear out some of these garrisons, and should be able to do so without any trouble whatsoever. Would not be surprised if that Operations Center is sold off at this point. There is a Saboteur out that could be thrown into maybe a Reckoner and used to try to grab a structure away, or maybe even a Tiberium Spike. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Fanatics coming out here. Nice choice here coming out from WarStorm. I like the decision to go Fanatics. He will be sending those guys forward. Unfortunately, they don't actually get in range. The Flame Tanks will manage to take them down. Flame Tank does de-garrison that garrison there, and will manage to survive for just a touch longer, and then it will go down. Scorpion tanks still fighting in the middle of the map here, going to be trying to poke some damage out here for We Got the Rockets. But we'll snap back to our standard view here. Rocket squad's coming out here for WarStorm, so he is going to be able to hold the line, and it looks like he has what he needs to hold the line. Big difference is that WarStorm actually does have his MCV, so Rockets is going to have to rebuild his if he intends to expand off of this, and I would imagine he certainly does. A couple of flame tanks down in the south. Looks like there are 2 flame tanks down here at this point in time, and we have another flame tank coming out. It's just going to be flame tank spam coming out from Rockets. Realizing that he's up against mostly militant rocket squads, he should be able to do quite a bit of damage with those. These Scorpion tanks really need to do a good job of actually staying in range of the buildings here, not overextending. They need to be in place to actually deal with the flame tanks when they do finally come in. But The question is, will WarStorm actually see these coming? And I think the answer for now is no. I'm not sure where these flame tanks have gone to. There is a flame tank, a couple of flame tanks up here to deal with the MCV, the expand. Only a hand of nod down, and it's going to be rocket squads coming out, but they're going to be out too late to actually deal with the flame tanks. Second hand of nod comes down. 2 flame tanks rolling in here. Might actually be able to get themselves a construction yard kill. Question is, where are the Scorpion tanks? Scorpion tanks are way out of position, and it looks like the construction yard is going to be ignored here for the time being. 1 flame tank should go down pretty shortly here. The micro is on point for WarStorm. He's going to be able to keep that construction yard alive. She's going to be unpacking and repacking. There are a lot of rocket squads out. WarStorm actually has a decent number of forces here. I didn't think that he had this much, but Rockets has just been throwing stuff away here. And another flame tank just camping on the other side of the building here. And WarStorm not going to be ready to poke his head around that corner, and I don't blame him. Looks like, oh my god, where's that Saboteur going? Oh no, okay, so that's actually the Saboteur of Rockets. He's going to be sending that up to the top, but he needs to be careful. That Harvester could actually get a free crush. He's got a walking engineer coming in. More than likely just going to be looking to grab that spike, but there is a Confessor Cabal squad still sitting here. So that engineer will go down eventually, and it's probably going to be walking into its death right now. Oh no! The Harvester takes aggro! Wait, is that engineer just going to walk right past? Oh no, this is a, I'm sorry, this is a Confessor Cabal squad of WarStorm, or of Rockets. Jeez, I have totally lost. The colors have me all thrown for a loop. But we do have Scorpion tanks coming in here, going to be fighting against Rocket squads and Scorpion tanks. We did actually see Rockets take that Tiberium spike away from WarStorm, but we'll go back to this fight. Rockets embedded inside of this force here, going to be able to do damage. A decent number of them are actually getting focused down by the flame tanks that are here. There's also a Black Hand squad here as well. But WarStorm looks like he has managed to win the Scorpion tank engagement. He does have Dozer Blades. That's been upgraded for a while now. Dozer Blades done now for Rockets as well. But still no MCV. Rockets still doesn't have an MCV. Oh, the MCV of WarStorm goes down to a flame tank. So good catch there from Rockets. He will manage to clean up that MCV. Couple of Scorpion tanks looking for that flame tank. They should be able to catch it out, and it looks like that flame tank should be going down. We'll take a hand of nod down before it goes, and then it could actually de-garrison this garrison right here, get that rocket squad out of there. But Rockets is being punished in his base here. No MCV in sight, and he does still have double War Factory, but doesn't have really any eco to speak of. And he is really paying for it right now, and it's looking like WarStorm should be a shoe-in to win this game. Despite his early game kind of cheese moves, he tried to fake the double War Factory all in, and it did actually work. Rockets did actually go pretty aggressive in his response, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how this one's going to turn out. I mean, I have to imagine this is going to be going WarStorm's favor. He's got rocket squads coming in from the back side of things, and they should be able to clean the rest of this stuff. There is a Scorpion tank there that can actually get a crush move on all that infantry, but he doesn't seem to be focusing too much. No, actually, that's WarStorm's. LOL. Okay, so WarStorm with a little BM. That's okay. But it's looking like Scorpion tank's going to be going down here. We got the Rockets maybe just stunned, and he should be going down. GG comes in from WarStorm, and that is going to be it for game number 1. WarStorm going to be picking that one up. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Was my mic not on for that entire game? If that's the case, I'm ready to just pack things up here today and be done with it because that is pretty bad. I'm realizing now that I think my mic was muted. Let me know if my mic was muted, guys, in the chat. You're going to be a little bit behind me, but I think it was. Maybe it wasn't. But anyways, that's going to be it for game number 1. We got the Rockets going to be going down. WarStorm going to be picking up that game, and we'll be up 1-0 in a best-of-5 series. So game number 2 is going to be coming up momentarily, everybody, with commentary very shortly, so be sure to stick around. Oh, you guys are saying that my mic was working. Oh, well, my bad. Never mind. I was all panicked because I thought my mic was muted, but I guess it wasn't. Maybe I turned it off somehow when I switched scenes? That's weird. I don't know what happened, guys. It showed up as muted on my side, on my streaming software. Again, I switched streaming software recently, so that may be why it looked like that. But anyways, game number 2 coming up momentarily, everybody, so be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 2 of this best of 5 semifinal series, and that brings us to everybody's favorite map, Dimitery. And spawning in the upper left corner, the man that's coming off of a victory in his last game as the purple faction I didn't check, GDI, we have WarStorm. I thought they were going to play the same faction, so I didn't check them. But spawning down in the bottom right corner, the man that is down 0-1 in this series so far, it is best of 5 as the red black hand. We got the Rockets. As stated, it is 1-0 in favor of WarStorm right now. Dimitery going to be the map choice here, and check this out, huh? Check that out. Zypher did a number on this one. He even made it look like that that train actually has a bow on top of it. That's pretty awesome, man. I got to give you credit. That's pretty cool. But anyways, getting into this game, let's take a look around and see what's going on. Snowball's going to be firing out at this Confessor Cabal squad. It should be able to get away with just a couple of members of that squad left, and it will be able to run away for its life here. Pitbull going to be coming out from WarStorm because he is smarter than I am. Going to be sending that out to scout Rockets here, and he should be able to scout the fact that this is going to be a flame opener here for Rockets. So WarStorm should have plenty of time to stop this, and it is going to be a double Blackhand Reckoner. The question is, will WarStorm get here in time? He's going to see the Reckoner here. He should actually be able to kill that Reckoner. And, oh no, he's actually being chased down by a bike. He should have actually turned and fought the bike, but it's not going to matter too much. Reckoner's taking a bit of damage here, probably going to be follow-up pit bulls, maybe predator tanks. I'm not quite sure what he's going to choose to go for here. We'll have to see what he opts to go for. There is a bike behind it, just going to be trying to deal with any units that come out to deal with it, and it is going to be a predator tank. I don't disagree with that decision, and we will see a barracks come down as well. Not sure what the barracks is for. That's kind of an interesting barracks placement. And we do have War Factory getting flamed down here. It's taking a lot of damage. And the question is, will the Reckoner go down? There is a barracks on the back side of things. It looks like that was maybe dropped to get out an engineer to try to save his War Factory, but I don't think he'd be able to save it regardless. And Reckoner should be going down. He does get the D-garrison off, and more of these watchtowers going down. And it's looking like the Black Hand squads are content with the damage that they have done. They're going to go ahead and run away. They're actually going to go for the top Tiberium spike. Good choice here from Rockets to actually send those guys up top. He's just going to be getting some guaranteed damage versus, you know, trying to get some more damage on that refinery where he may get crushed. But a couple of watchtowers here from WarStorm need to get sold off. He will do that now. War Factory rebuilt here for WarStorm as well. Looks like he's got rocket squads coming out on the back side of things as well. He's going to leave that barracks around. Tiberium spike getting flamed down here by We Got the Rockets. So WarStorm going to be a little bit behind here in this game. He only lost his War Factory and Tiberium spike, so not huge damage coming out. But it did force out a pretty big response here out of WarStorm. And the question is, has Rockets been able to capitalize on this in the meantime? He is going into an infantry transition. His War Factory is not actually building anything at this moment. And we do have a power plant down from him now. So he should be on the move here pretty soon with his construction yard. May just be keeping this around to make sure that his secret shrine has power. Or he may be microing elsewhere. Not quite sure what he's up to. It looks like he may be microing these Black Hand squads around. Yeah, he's going to be sending them back in. There's a bike out and about as well. And Black Hand squad should be able to clean up that power plant before they go down. Ooh, it's going to be close. The crushes come in. It's going to be close. There it goes. WarStorm will actually sell that off and get $4 for his trouble. So it could be worse, I guess. But let's see what we have coming out from WarStorm. It looks like, do we have any pit bulls out just yet? No, it is going to be APCs. So it's going to be APCs, lots of rifleman squads out. War Factory down on the upper side of the platform as well, and he's going to go ahead and move his MCV up there as well. Smart decision. Rocket squad's going to be moving through the middle of the map, and the question is, have they been spotted? I don't think they have been yet. And WarStorm just going to be firing at the little train there as he runs by, having a bit of fun. But looks like the rocket squad's going to be getting picked off here. They're not actually in range to use the Black Hand members, or the Black Disciples rather. We do have Predator tanks going to be rushing forward, going to be looking to go for those crush moves. Oh, that Predator tank stops just short. And that, I think the construction yard went a little bit too far forward, especially since there's so much infantry here, and their ability to just burn down structures so quickly. The watchtower defense is going to be dropped on the front lines here. Bikes trying to skirt past everything, and a couple will go down. But it looks like there is a bit of bike buggy headed into the backside of WarStorm's base, so he's going to need to keep some forces around to deal with this. Watchtower is coming down. Going to be looking to focus stuff down here. Needs to be focusing down the bikes, not the buggies, but he's likely focusing on keeping his MCV alive at this point in time. Ooh, sneaky MCV move here from Rockets. He's going to actually get a couple of hands of nod up and behind WarStorm, but those are going to be shut down pretty hard here by the APCs coming out from WarStorm. But the MCV is looking like it should be going down here. Just too many rocket squads on the back side of things, and these APCs not able to actually get on the front lines to deal with them. So it's looking like the defensive ball squad's maybe going to be going down here to the watchtowers, but there's a lot of rocket squads on the back side of things that are going to be following up, and more hands of nods going to be dropped here for Rockets. And it's looking like he's just going to be spamming out more and more of those rocket squads. APCs in mass going to be coming out here from WarStorm. He needs to hold the line here on this platform, keep that second War Factory alive, but he is struggling for eco at this point in time. Needs to sell off that watchtower back in his base. Could potentially sell off one of these War Factories, but honestly, especially with the fact that he doesn't have much, he's actually going to be calling in his harvesters here to get some crushes, and I agree with this decision here. We're going to see the harvesters coming in. Hero harvesters going to be coming in here, getting tons and tons of crushers, and they should be able to get away with their lives. One harvester may go down. Oh my god, that harvester will get away, which is a tiny bit of HP. And WarStorm has won this engagement hand over fist with the help of his harvesters, and now he's on the offensive here. Going to be sending his APCs forward. Not a lot of damage output here, but he can actually stop these two hands of nod from getting up to large masses here. So he's actually going to move into the base of Rockets. Should be able to get a good eye on what's going on here. Needs to actually move in and deal with these infantry, send all of those APCs forward. He's trying to focus down harvesters, but he doesn't have AP ammo, and that's just not going to be worthwhile right now. Actually sells up a war factory and a refinery here, most likely trying to rebuild an MCV. No, he's actually still building units. More and more APCs coming out, so maybe expecting more units coming out from rockets, but he actually does have a foxhole down here as well, so he can see the MCV, so he knows there's nothing too crazy coming his way. Rockets would be oh, a couple of harvesters did come in here trying to get some crushes, but unfortunately not able to happen. The rocket squads did focus them down quickly enough, and now WarStorm is not looking to be in a great position. His APCs are getting focused down now. The rocket squads are in pretty large numbers, and we need to see an MCV coming out very, very soon. Oh boy, this is a tough spot here for WarStorm. He's only got one harvester by the looks of it, and he just doesn't have the eco here to actually rebuild his MCV. So I'm thinking this may be going over to rockets. I just don't think rockets has realized that he's got such a significant advantage at this point in time, just simply the eco advantage. But I don't think rockets has what he needs to in order to kill off this war factory. Maybe that's what WarStorm is banking on. Just keep building more and more of these units, so that way rockets can't just march in here and kill that last production structure. But he is going to be sending his APCs down to the south. That may at least force rockets to send his rocket squads forward. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing here coming out of rockets. He's going to be sending those guys forward, and most likely going to be looking to go for the kill shot here on WarStorm. And it may just bait out those units. Whoa, where did the MCV go? MCV for rockets is gone. He sold his MCV. He dropped another hand of nod and sold his MCV. I don't know about that. That's a lot of APCs, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Rifleman squad's dying to Tiberium exposure here, unfortunately. Harvester long distance harvesting should actually be focusing on its main field here, just to more quickly gather those resources and be able to get them back in time. But yeah, these guys are both pretty much all in at this point. I mean, Rockets is in fact all in. I mean, he's only got the ability to produce infantry at this stage in the game, whereas WarStorm, if he opts to, he can actually rebuild his MCV, but I think he realizes how much infantry spam there is. He needs to actually have these APCs back up to hold the line. Oh my god! All of the rocket squads are going to be coming in here uncontested. WarStorm realizing this now, he's going to try to keep that war factory alive, but this very well might be GG. He needs to go for some kind of a base trade here, but he doesn't have the damage output to kill off all of this infrastructure, and WarStorm may have just kicked the game right there. And he's going to be sending his APCs in for the mine drops, just going to be trying to buy a little bit of time, but I would imagine Rockets is A moving, so he will be able to stop those mines. As soon as he gets into range, they will reveal his stealth. That's exactly what he's doing here. A couple of squads going down just based on the splash damage, and WarStorm is going to have to kite this like a beast in order to really win this engagement, but it's just not going to happen. There's just no way two APCs can hold the line against that many rocket squads. And now there is nothing. Well, there's a harvester between Rockets and victory here. We'll have to see if WarStorm maybe calls that guy in to do some damage here. APC's on the backside of things, trying to burn down the base of Rockets, but there are rocket squads here as well. So we got the Rockets. It's looking like he's going to be coming through with a victory here. GG, well played, coming out from WarStorm, and that is going to be it. WarStorm going to be defeated, and we got the Rockets going to be evening up the score, 1-1. So slightly better game number 2 there coming out from both sides, and we got the Rockets going to be coming through victorious in the end. I was questioning the MCV sell there, but it was actually a very smart move. I mean, there was just no way that WarStorm could stop that amount of rocket squad spam, and that amount of cash boost off of 3 hand of nod production is going to be pretty huge in getting out of, you know, a large sizable force, and then WarStorm just being completely out of position with his APCs to actually engage that rocket squad storm. It just didn't go in his favor. So anyways, that's going to be it for game number 2. That evens up the score 1-1 in this best of 5 series. So it's anybody's game here coming up in game number 3, and that's coming up momentarily, everybody. So be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 3 of this best of 5 semifinal series, and that brings us to the map tournament Snow Bowl. And spawning in the top of the map as the green vanilla nod, we have WarStorm. Sliding down to the bottom side of the map as the red black hand, we have wegottherockets. So it is 1-1 best of 5 series, so it's anybody's game here in game 3. And honestly, they still need to pick up 2 more wins apiece in order to move on. So this game is not going to be the deciding game, but it will be a battle nonetheless, and it will be a snowy one at that. So nice little reskin here done for this map. I certainly like it. And it looks like we're going to have a bike coming out here from Rockets, and it looks like they're actually headed down to the south. So it will be a quick bike rush here coming out from wegottherockets by the looks of it. And it will be bikes in response here coming out from WarStorm, so blind openers here for both sides. They're going to be opting to go bikes. A smart move because, I mean, bikes, they just deal with the flame rushes so easily that it's pretty much a surefire bet that they're going to at least be able to do something. If nothing else, they'll at least be able to deal with the other bikes. So, bikes for everybody. Bikes for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be heading out, and it looks like the bikes for WarStorm are going to be headed directly down the guts here. And going to be looking to poke down a harvester. They're actually already doing quite a bit of damage to the harvesters here. And I'll actually just kind of pan over this. Looks like the bikes here from Rocket's going to be able to move into this this base here of WarStorm. There's nothing down, and he actually hasn't unpacked his MCV. He needs to unpack his MCV and get down a shredder turret. He needs to be able to deal with these bikes in his base, and he's going to lose a harvester here, unfortunately. Second harvester could be going down, and that could be GG right here, folks. If that harvester goes down, this is going to be a tough spot, but the question is, did 2 harvesters here for WarStorm or Rockets go down? It looks like 1 harvester did, but almost a second one, so very close. And looks like the second harvester here from WarStorm did in fact go down, but another harvester did come out. So I think there is a 1 harvester advantage here to Rockets. Is that accurate? No, he actually he built Scorpion tanks. Okay, so he's got a couple of Scorpion tanks over the top of WarStorm, but both sides have hurt each other pretty significantly here, forcing the sell-off of the second refinery on both sides. I'm going to go track down my phone real quick because I keep hearing it beeping. Let's just find this real quick and shut it up. Let's see. Go ahead and turn that down. Sorry, everybody. Usually I do that before I start the stream, but I left it over on my desk. But anyways, okay, so back into this game, it looks like we are going to have that harvester just getting some repairs. So that harvester's actually been pulled off the line, which is going to be, again, just kind of lost eco here where, oh, what is that harvester doing? Whoa. Okay, so he must be trying to get something out. So he's just sent that harvester back with almost no Tiberium. That one was not worth it. I wouldn't have sent that one back at all, even if you needed the money. It just, I mean, that was like 20 bucks, to be honest. It's not much. I mean, it may have been a few dollars, but anyways, we will be seeing militant squads going to be running through the middle of the map here. Most likely going to be grabbing a couple of these garrisons. Just going to be looking to get some vision in the middle of the map here, as well as maybe just deal with any of the compressor ball squads that are running up through the center here from Rockets. Tiberium Spike has been captured here by WarStorm, and it looks like he's going to be expanding quickly down to the south. So very interesting. He's actually opted to send his MCV very far away from his main base. Oh my god, it's going to be a second War Factory coming down from Rockets. And what is it going to be? A power plant and then an MCV cell? Double War Factory all in coming in from Rockets, and it's going to be buggy by the looks of it. A couple of Scorpion tanks to hold the line against any follow-up aggression here coming out from WarStorm, but his MCV is way out of position. He's got a hand of nod that he's trying to produce off of, but doesn't have enough money. Doesn't have enough money to finish whatever he's trying to build in his War Factory as well. So, oh, this is going to be really bad here for WarStorm if he doesn't see it soon. That's a lot of buggy coming out. Oh, and he sees the Saboteur. He's trying to get the crush on it. So he must know that it is a double War Factory all-in just because of the fact that he sees the engineer with the Cabal squad. I have to imagine that he sees that. What is he going to do in response? He's going to be rocket squads coming out, but oh god, what's it going to be? I mean, he's building Hands of Nod. Is he going to sell his... I think the only way he holds this is if he sells his MCV. I don't think he can possibly hold it any other way. Rocket Squad's going to be getting focused down here by the final remaining member of the Compressor Ball Squad. Actually drops a Shredder Turret here to actually save these Rocket Squads. That's an interesting choice. All of his eco, though, is on this field, so he needs to be over here to deal with it. And Bike Buggy going to be sitting on the outskirts here, so it looks like there's actually a fair few rocket squads. Whoa, 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 where are the rocket squads going? The harvesters are now open for the picking here. If Rockets decides to go in for him, that one harvester should actually go down pretty quickly. No, he's going to focus down the Scorpion Tank. Okay, Scorpion Tank's going to be getting focused down there. Now one harvester going to be getting focused down very quickly. Should be going down, going to take a few losses there for his troubles, but Scorpion Tank's now coming in from Rockets. He's going to be running in and looking to, well, actually those Scorpion Tanks are just going to rush to their death. Should be picking off harvesters here instead of the Scorpion Tanks. I think honestly that would probably be the better move. Just deny that eco here. Just force WarStorm to rebuild harvesters instead of aggressive units. Oh, is he going to get the harvester? Yes, another harvester goes down, so only one harvester remaining here for WarStorm. He's actually pulled that back. Hand of Nod has been sold off. Double War Factory still cranking away here for Rockets. A couple of rocket squads have moved forward here for WarStorm, but there are a couple of Raider buggies out to actually deal with them. Should be able to clean them up, no problems. Scorpion Tank's going to be chasing them off as well, but oh, WarStorm, he's in a tough spot. What is he going to do? I don't see how he could even possibly come through with a victory in that game. Elite Bike going to be going down there. Should have pulled that one back to the War Factory. That was a mistake there coming out from Rockets, but that's okay. This is going to be, I have to imagine it's going to be a harvester. I mean, he needs to get the eco out on the field. Maybe it's an MCV. I mean, no, it is going to be a harvester. Okay. So harvester coming out, so he is up to 2 harvesters, but now the problem is he doesn't have any units to hold off against the follow-up bikes. So this is the tough spot that you get into when your eco gets harassed this hard. War Factory gets sold off. Whoa! Wait, what? Holy cow! He still has his MCV. Oh my god, I didn't know that. WarStorm still has his MCV. It's way down in the bottom left corner. He's got a ninja base in the bottom left corner of the screen. And we will be seeing a harvester here from WarStorm going to be running away for its dear life. And Rocket Squad is going to try to hold the line. So very, very good move there from WarStorm. Wow, I thought he was out of this game. Rockets has no idea there's a construction yard down in the bottom left side of the map. And he has no real reason to actually check down there either. It's not even an expected build path in the way that he would go about setting up his expansions if he got to that point. But will be a couple of Scorpion Tanks here going to be cleaning up the remainder of the space. I have to imagine that at this point, Rockets is realizing that there's a sneaky base somewhere else. At this point, Rocket Squad's going to be trying to clean up as much as they can, but a Raider buggy going elite there, and a couple of power plants going to be getting focused down. Rockets may very well think that this is the end of the game, just cleaning up those power plants, that WarStorm is just being particular, but no, he's going to go ahead and sell up those 2 power plants and kind of expose the fact that he does have a sneaky MCV somewhere else. That MCV is going to be coming forward. Rocket Squad sitting here waiting, and he actually opts to sell his MCV straight away. And Rockets, he must be keeping an eye on his base here to make sure that he doesn't get NG capped. Oh, but this engineer is going to be running in. The question is, will it be able to actually steal one of these war factories away? I think if he steals one of the war factories away, this could actually be game. Or this could go over to WarStorm, but that's probably going to be GG. It looks like, yeah, it has been spotted. Yeah, we definitely see it, but yeah, Rocket's still trying to find the MCV here. Not going to be able to track that down. Interesting, there's another tree up here in the top right. I didn't even notice that before. It's also down in the bottom left. He actually still, I don't think he still hasn't found it. He must have seen, okay, so he's seen the infantry for sure. Yeah, there's a couple of bikes going to be moving in here. Ooh, I mean, if he kills off these Scorpion Tanks, he may be able to focus down one of the war factories quickly enough. Needs to focus down the Scorpion Tanks though, and it will be Raider buggies just getting spammed out here. Honestly, could probably just sell up all his infrastructure and sell up one of the war factories and just hold the line with that one war factory. No, it's not going to matter. Scorpion Tanks are coming in from behind the scenes, and they will be able to clean up that hand of Nod. GG comes in from WarStorm, and he has been defeated, so sneaky move there from WarStorm to sneak his MCV down to the bottom left corner, but not able to come through with a victory in that game. And that will be putting We Got the Rockets up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. All right, everybody, so I figured before we head into our next game, I'll give you a quick bracket update. Again, a very short bracket here. We only had 8 players, and we're already into the semifinals here. We are watching WarStorm versus We Got the Rockets. Game number 4, I think, is coming up momentarily. We're actually sitting in the lobby ready to start here. But on the other side, we did have Granola17 taking a 2-0 over the top of Boop, or that may just be a... Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, it is... I think that's a player. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, Granola17 going to be taking a 2-0 there, and down below that we have Dimitery taking a 2-0 over Masterleaf, and that's because Masterleaf decided this tournament wasn't worth his time, couldn't maybe just put aside the super try-hard mode and just have a little bit of fun here. But I can understand the frustrations. I guess he was dealing with some harvesters being bugged in one of his games and lost due to that, or at least that's what I've been told. So anyways, he's going to be giving the win over to Dimitery. I know he's around in the chat, so I'm sure he'll chime in to some extent on his departure, or maybe he already has. But for those of you watching the VOD, I wanted to just explain what happened there. And then, so our semifinals is going to be WarStorm versus We Got the Rockets. We're watching that series. And on the other side, we have Granola17 versus Dimitery. So, excuse me. We will be headed into our best-of-7 final pretty soon here. It looks like the tail end of this series is going to be cleaning up. I'm not sure where Granola17 versus Dimitery is at this point. We may check in with them a little bit later. I know Dimmy was hitting me up on Skype to actually cast a series, but we were already in the middle of this series. So anyways, that's going to be it for our bracket update. Again, very short and sweet. And we'll be headed into game number 4 momentarily, everybody, so be sure to stick around. Hello, everybody, and welcome to game number 4 of this best-of-5 semifinal series, and that brings us to the map Tournament Drift. And sliding over to the left-hand side as the orange GDI, we have We Got the Rockets. And moving over to the right-hand side of Tournament Drift, the reskin of Tournament Rift, as the purple Black Hand, we have WarStorm. We'll go ahead and pop that up on the screen, and we'll do that as well. Press E. Why? I don't know what he's talking about. But anyways, we'll be seeing a Confessor Cabal squad going to be focusing down. Is it going to win out against 3 of those Rifleman squads? Jeez, that was close. But We Got the Rockets does take a victory there. Immediately digs a foxhole for the follow-up Confessor Cabal squad. Oh, and he's going to be able to focus down a good bit of them, but doesn't actually manage to take them all down. He is actually going to give chase. I think he can win that one out, or at least weaken them up enough. But a Rifleman squad down here on the bottom side of things may be able to get into that garrison. It's going to be close. No, they're actually going to pass right by one another. And Rockets should be able to grab that garrison away from WarStorm. And WarStorm likewise against Rockets. So they should be trading garrisons down on the bottom side of the map. Doesn't look like either one is really paying attention. Question is there any engineers? No, neither one opting to go for engineers. And it will be a Reckoner rush coming out from WarStorm. Only a single Black Hand squad. And WarStorm saying bye to the Pitbull as he runs away with his Reckoner to the base of Rockets. And Rockets doesn't actually have anything to stop this. He must know something's coming. He does see that there's no second refinery just yet. What is this? That's a harvester. He has nothing. He had no idea this was coming. He's just now seen it. Oh man, that's not good. War Factory going to be getting focused down here. That should be able to go down pretty quickly. May be able to save his refinery just with a barracks. Ooh, barracks comes down. He should be able to actually get this out. It's not double black hand, so he should be able to get his engineer inside of it. And there we go. So engineer gets inside, but the question is now how many engineers are going to have to be sent in. Don't send that in too quickly. He's going to hold on to it. Smart move. Wait until it's down to almost completely 0 HP and then send that engineer in to get a full repair. But now the Reckoner are going to be getting focused down. Engineer is in, so that's $1,000 worth of engineers going to be built. 1,500 coming out there. And will that engineer is going to... I don't think he actually needs to use that engineer to go into that War Factory. He should actually just put that in an APC and maybe go for a Tiberium Spike. That would be a much better use of that engineer at this stage in the game. Double Hand of Nod coming out from WarStorm, and he doesn't have any infantry upgrades just yet. It's looking like it may be an infantry all-in behind this. That would be kind of interesting. Not something you see every day, but Secret Shrine coming down. It will be Black Disciple upgrade coming down the pipe. And is he going to drop another Hand of Nod here? No, he's going to pack up the MCV. Okay, so it's going to be an MCV move. He's going to take his MCV along for the ride, and that should be a nice little base push that he's got there. And the question is, will Rockets have enough to actually stop this? Should be able to pick off that Pitbull. A couple more rocket volleys. Should be able to take it down. There it goes. That Pitbull will go down. So Rockets not able to pull that one back quickly enough. MCV coming forward for Rockets. This is going to be deadly. He's realized his mistake. He's going to go ahead and back up. Smart move there. Needs to focus down this foxhole. He's getting a lot of free damage. Finally, the Black Disciples upgrade does come online. Oh, but the MCV is now caught out of position, and I think this infantry force, if they just run forward and get all those Black Disciples in range, he should be able to focus this down pretty quickly. And that MCV will be down, and the eco damage that he did earlier should be pretty significant. It looks like a command post is down. Wow, AP ammo is almost done, but the MCV has to be sold off. But AP ammo is almost done here for Rockets, and APCs might be able to hold the line for him, but he's going to need a lot of them, and very, very soon. And Beacon's coming down, so WarStorm has actually managed to grab himself both of the bottom Tib spikes. Not quite sure what happened to the engineer from the sold-off MCV, or rather the engineer that was built by Rockets. Rockets with a miss micro of this harvester here at the Blue Tiberium Fields, most likely forgotten about it. Not too much to worry about. Should just sell off that command post. Doesn't need it at this point, but he does need the cash. Where's that engineer going? Whoa, engineer, what are you doing? Okay, so engineer coming out, going to get killed instantly. MCV comes out on the front lines. May actually be a good thing for Rockets here. He should sell up one of these refineries. Doesn't actually have any harvesters left by the looks of it. And this is looking like it's all she wrote here for Rockets. I don't know how you could possibly hold the line. The watchtower spam is going to have to be epic. And he is going to try to hold the line here with these two watchtowers. Unfortunately not going to be able to do so. And that is going to be it for this game. Rockets has been defeated, and our series has been evened up 2-2. That's sending us to an ace match, and that's coming up shortly, everybody, so be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 5 in our ace match for the semifinal series, best of 5 semifinal series, and that brings us to Present Box Arena. And surely enough, you can see why it's named that. As we can see, these guys are littered all over the place. It looks like there was a maybe a mix-up at UPS or something, and a plane went down. But anyways, we will be seeing in the top left corner as the orange nod, we have... Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry, top left corner as the orange black hand, we got the Rockets. And then sliding down to the bottom right corner as the purple vanilla nod, we have WarStorm. I thought for a second that I had my scoreboard messed up, but I did not. So that is going to be our setup for this game. It will be nod versus black hand. And I would say early game scouting going to be in favor of Rockets, obviously, and that's a lot of present boxes, like, holy cow. Like, wow. Okay, so yeah, they're everywhere. Wow, they're even in the tip fields. Okay, all right, interesting. That's a lot of stuff on this map, though. I didn't think there was that much. But fun stuff all the same. It will be double refinery here coming out from Rockets, so nothing crazy out of him. So he's going to play it safe in game number 5, and a smart move there. I think both sides are actually going eco this game, so we will get to see an eco game. Probably going to be into a quick second War Factory, or a quick expand here. No, WarStorm. No, okay, so it will be a quick second War Factory coming out of WarStorm. At least I have to imagine that's what it's going to be. An Operations Center would be kind of silly at this point, especially with Rockets already on the expand path here. He's already deployed. He's already working on his refinery here, so I have to imagine this is going to be a second War Factory. It kind of has to be at this point, otherwise WarStorm's going to be so far behind. Yeah, so second War Factory comes down now for WarStorm. Rockets doesn't have any idea that there is a second War Factory down. He may be able to just anticipate it just based on the fact that WarStorm is now expanding. I don't remember exactly where his scouting is, but second War Factory is down now for Rockets. It's a little bit further forward, so he's going to have a bit more of an aggressive placement there. We'll actually be able to get his forces over on the front lines a little bit quicker if he decides to bring the battle to WarStorm, which I would imagine he's going to be looking to do. And it's going to be Bike Buggy coming out from We Got the Rockets right away. And okay, so WarStorm actually expanding towards Rockets. An interesting choice here, and it's going to be Scorpion Tank straight away coming out of WarStorm, so doesn't want to go for any kind of a Bike Buggy into a Scorpion Tank transition here. It's going to be straight up Scorpion Tanks coming out of WarStorm. He's going to need to leave a few of them at home to deal with the Bike Buggy coming out from Rockets, but alternatively, Rockets is going to need to use that small amount of Bike Buggy that he's produced so far to actually deal with the forces that are going to be banging on his front door here in a second. And it's looking like, a couple of Scorpion Tanks here from WarStorm, a little bit overextended. They will be able to take down the bikes. Very nice micro there coming out from WarStorm to pick off the bikes first instead of focusing down the buggies. But now he needs to focus down the Scorpion Tanks. If the bike strays forward, he can actually just take 2 quick shots at it and take it down. But he is losing a few of those Scorpion Tanks, and obviously Rockets does have the War Factory repairs here, so he does have a bit of a disadvantage. But I would imagine WarStorm is going to be creeping forward here. He does have an Operations Center down here, so it is going to be Dozer Blades coming in very quickly. Fake all-in coming in from WarStorm. I don't know why he said fake all-in. Oh, maybe he was saying that Rockets faked the all-in? I don't know. But anyways, WarStorm, he does have a decent number of these Scorpion Tanks on the front lines. And something that I know he loves to do is go early Dozer Blades, and that's exactly what's on the line, or rather, exactly what's on the way here. Rockets has triple War Factory production, though. He's got 2 War Factories here on the front lines. It looks like that 3rd War Factory is stalled out for cash. So maybe 3 War Factories is not the best idea. He's trying to drop in the nod and drop that ball onto these tanks just to do a bit more damage. He needs to focus down the harvesters here. That would actually be a smart move since he's got Rockets out of position here. He does manage to take down the harvester, and he's focusing down all of these units as they come out here. And it's looking like the Scorpion Tank's going to be going down here for Rockets. He does have a few Scorpion Tanks left here, but I think this may be it here for Rockets. I don't know how he's going to hold the line. He needs to spam out infantry at this point in time, but it's just so hard to do in this situation. So I can feel his pain for sure. Looks like the buggy may be trying to skirt around the outside of things, but not going to be able to do too much in the base of WarStorm. But WarStorm does have Dozer Blades now, and that's just going to be adding insult to injury in this fight. But if WarStorm keeps overcommitting into this fight, he's going to be losing Scorpion Tank after Scorpion Tank. Hand of Nod being dropped again. He's doing some more damage to these Scorpion Tanks. And actually, Rockets is massed up to a decent-sized force here. He's continually dropping Hands of Nod. This is really smart. I always see Leaf talking about it, but I never actually see it used. And it's looking like the War Factory going to be getting focused down here. Nope, transitions over to the Scorpion Tanks. And it's looking like he's just continually dropping more and more of those Hands of Nod. The Dozer Blade Scorp's just going to be able to tank so much damage, and there's just so many of them. It looks like the final War Factory here of Rockets is going to be going down. That one will be going down. Hand of Nod going to be getting dropped, but the Scorpion Tanks are just going to be able to wreak havoc into the eco here of Rockets. And I'm thinking this may be it here for We Got the Rockets. Put up a good fight, but I don't know how he's going to hold the line. He's just got one Hand of Nod at this point in time. He's trying to produce another one, I would imagine. Maybe another War Factory, but the War Factory would be a little too late at this point in time. He did produce something. I'm not sure what it was. It looks like it was canceled. He sold it off, not quite sure, but it's looking like this is going to be GG here for Rockets. I don't quite know how he would possibly come back in this game. He does have 3 Harvesters, though. He does have a Hand of Nod, but he is losing his entire main base here. He's got Harvesters, but he doesn't have anything in the way of units. So this is probably it for Rockets here. He's just going to try to fight to the last man, and that's admirable here in a 5-game series, game number 5. You can't fault him for wanting to fight this one out to the bitter end. And Scorpion Tank's just continuing to wreak havoc in this base, and the refinery goes down. That's probably it here for Rockets, just maybe waiting for an opportunity to say GG. No, he actually drops a Sacred Shrine, so definitely not ready to give up on this game yet, but these Scorpion Tanks should be able to come in and just get crushes. Yeah, that one Scorpion Tank crushes all those infantry, and once that Secret Shrine goes down, that's going to be it. WarStorm going to be taking the game and the series 3-2. So it got pretty heated there for a time as We Got the Rockets was trying desperately to hold the line. He was actually doing a really nice job of dropping those Hands of Nod on top of the Scorpion Tanks of WarStorm, but he did get Dozer Blades early. I know WarStorm likes to do that. He used to do that against me when I used to play against him every once in a while. Obviously, I wasn't as much of a fight for him, but we will see that come through victorious. So WarStorm going to be moving on in this tournament, and he's into the finals here for our best of 7 finals, and We Got the Rockets, despite a valiant effort there at the end, was not able to come through with a victory. So unfortunately he will be departing, but he did put on a good show for us. So thank you very much for playing there, Rockets. And yeah, that's going to be sending us into our final series. I'll check in to see what's going on the other side of the semifinals, but I would imagine that series has concluded as well. So I hope you guys are all having fun. I know I certainly am. This mod is pretty awesome. Looks like we've reached about 46 people here on the stream, which is pretty cool. Nice to see everybody stopping by for the stream. It is just a bit of fun here today, not too crazy try hard, though everybody does want to win. There is no lying about that. But anyways, that's going to be sending us into the finals. That's going to be coming up momentarily, everybody, so be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 1 of our best of 7 finals for the Christmas Mod 2015 1 vs 1 tournament, and that brings us to Tournament Tree. And spawning in the top left position as the yellow Reaper 17, we have Dimitery CNC. Or just Dimitery, I'll probably just call him Dimitery or Dimmy. And then down in the bottom right corner as the blue GDI, we have WarStorm. So there we go, it is game number 1, so 0-0 up on the scoreboard, and it's anybody's game here. Both of these guys opting to go random in this game, and I like that. They're both just choosing to make this interesting for us, and again, it is 1.02, so just keep that in mind. We will see that little train going for a run. Oh my god, that we had men on the tracks, and they didn't get run over, so they got a little bit lucky there. They'll be escaping with their lives, but we will be seeing a warp sphere down now for Dimitery. Not terribly shocking. It looks like he managed to get a buzzer actually into the far garrison here. So WarStorm not actually opting to send an engineer over to grab that Tiberium spike. Or he did it, I missed it. I don't think he did though. Let's take a look. No, he might have. I'm trying to judge it based on when his War Factory comes out. I'm thinking he must have. He must have sent an engineer down there and it got sniped, so unfortunate there for WarStorm if that is in fact the case. He may have actually just not done it though, I'm not quite sure. I'm basing it off the fact that they're both dropping their refineries at the same time, and Dimitery has his Tiberium spike. That, I mean, the build times would be the same. So, yeah, anyways, not going to focus too much on that. Dimitery is putting down another power plant. He's going to go for the expand as well, and WarStorm is on the expand path on his way up onto the platform here, and both of these guys should be settling in here for a mid-game fight in the center of the map. Should be interesting to see who comes out on top in the around the tree as everybody gathers around the tree. I like the concept of this map. I can't get over it. The tree is a great idea, especially since everybody fights in the middle of the map. It's really cool. But anyways, we will be seeing Dimitery. He's actually going to go ahead and deploy on the bottom side of the ramp, so not going to be bringing his drone ship up on the top. He's going to drop a nerve center very far forward and actually draft a buzzer hive, sell that off. Should be able to get both infantry. Yes, no, actually he only gets one squad. WarStorm manages to kill off the second one. He is beaconing that. He does see it. WarStorm loves his beacons, but Snowball is going to be focusing down the garrison here. Probably doesn't even really need that to be there. I would imagine it's probably unnecessary, but Seeker Tank going to be rolling through the expansion here of WarStorm. A couple of Seeker Tanks already here, and there is a forward Warp Sphere as well coming out from Dimitery, so probably going to be Devourer Tanks coming off of this one. I have to imagine that's probably the choice here. Smart move from Dimitery. I like the quick Devourer Tanks coming out from any screen faction, especially Reaper. Just going to be so good. WarStorm, what has he got to hold the line here? He doesn't have a whole lot to speak of. He needs to get some infantry out, but then he's also in range of getting one-clicked, or he has the possibility of getting one-clicked from the Buzzer Swarm support power, so that's actually pretty scary to think about. The Seeker Tank's going to be just trying to test the base defenses here of WarStorm, see what he's really up against. One did go down, but it's not devastating by any stretch of the imagination. Garrison still getting focused down there, about down to half HP. Rifleman Squad gets the kill on, Rocket Squad gets the kill on one of the Devourer Tanks, and WarStorm's thinning the numbers here, and this is really nice. Looks like he's actually going to focus down the Shard Walker. Smart move, just allow those infantry to really do their jobs, force out more of those Shard Walkers to be built at this stage in the game, and looks like the Predator Tanks are going to try to fall back here. One Predator Tank with just a tiny bit of HP left is going to cut and run. Now the Devourer Tanks, they're going to be pressuring the power plant here of WarStorm. Should be able to focus that down. They did not grab a charge though, and really the Devourer Tanks need to be charging up. The fact that they're, it looks like he started to charge up and then started moving forward again. So I think Dimitery just needs to sit back. He's already got his forward Warp Sphere. He should feel fine with this. He's thinning out his numbers on his own, and honestly I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, he's not going to be able to push in and really do some eco damage this early on anyways, but if he masses up those Devourer Tanks into a large enough force, especially if he gets some charge on them, which he's doing now, he's going to be in a great position later on in the game. And that's really, as Reaper, what you want to be doing. You want to be kind of stalling it out to the late game, because, I mean, GDI, while they've got a lot of options and they're a really versatile faction, I don't think they're going to be able to crack through the sheer brute force here of Reaper 17, just because of the fact that they just have such great anti-air capability. Looks like there is an operations center down though, so WarStorm, what is he opting to go for? Looks like AP ammo's on the way, but what is he building? I don't know why you would drop his operations center. It must be a tier 3 on the way? No, that's taking it's building too quickly. I have to imagine it's another production facility, but anyways, looks like the Devourer tank's gonna be getting focused down here for Dimitery. Not quite sure why he's so far behind in terms of numbers here. His Devourer tank looked like it was on a force fire. Devourer tank comes out on the front lines, and Dimitery saying, "Oh my God, forgot to charge them." Yeah, that's not a good situation, man. It is a bad deal when you forget to charge those. And we will be seeing the Predator tanks chasing down the remaining Devourer tanks, and he's going to go ahead and cut and run. He will go down. Now Harvester's going to be getting focused down. Lots and lots of Harvesters down, but it looks like Dimitery CNC going to throw this one in, realizing that he's just too far behind, not going to be able to come through to the victory. GG's come in, and that is going to be it. Game number 1, going over to WarStorm. So solid game number 1. I like Dimitery's choice to go for the quick tier 2 into Devourer tanks. He just he kind of threw too many of them forward without charges and without really a game plan. I mean, he wasn't really going to do too much damage. He didn't have the numbers enough to overwhelm the number of Predator tanks that were out from WarStorm, and he just lost too many of those units, I think, for their cost effectiveness. So that's going to be it for game number 1. I'm not going to spend too much more time talking about it. 6 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock, and that will be sending us into game number 2 with WarStorm up 1-0 in this best of 7 series. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 2 of this best of 7 final series, and that brings us to the map Present Box Arena. And spawn in the upper left hand corner as the orange vanilla nod, we have WarStorm. And sliding down to the bottom right corner as the blue black hand, we have Dimitery. So there we go, it is going to be Nod versus Black Hand. Not terribly shocking, a little high panda coming out from WarStorm, maybe tossing the tip of the cap to Aggressive Panda. So I'm sure he's sitting in the chat. I think I saw him a little bit earlier. Not going to matter too much to those of you that are watching the VOD, though, so I won't spend too much time talking about that stuff. But it's going to be a Confessor Cabal squad facing off against 2 Militant squads. Should be able to clean that up. And yeah, they're going to be able to clean that up. No problem. That Confessor Cabal squad didn't even lose a member. Black Hand OP, Kappa. Anyways, we'll be seeing a Shredder turret coming down, but unfortunately it is powered down, so it will give Dimitery an opportunity to run that Confessor Cabal squad away. So nice move there. At least it deters him from actually running to the base of WarStorm here. And Raider Buggy coming out here for WarStorm. Smart move. Doesn't want to allow Dimitery to go unscouted. Likewise coming out from Dimitery. And we'll have to see. I would imagine neither one will opt to go any kind of a flame rush. Again, pretty risky in any kind of a nod, V-nod, or sub-faction thereof matchup where, I mean, bikes can just absolutely massacre a flame rush. Not that it's impossible to do it, but it's just, it's oftentimes it's not worth it. But we will be seeing the Tiberium Spike here of WarStorm getting whittled away by the Confessor Cabal squad of Dimitery. Meanwhile, pack up of the MCV and Expand here coming out from WarStorm. He's already at his expansion, likewise coming out from Dimitery. So mirror builds here for these guys. Going to be looking to go for that eco play here, at least early on. And, oh, he's actually blocking the pathing of that Harvester, interestingly enough. I didn't know you could actually do that, and the Harvester doing a nice little dance there for us. I would imagine Dimitri's getting pretty frustrated at this point in time. May actually see a Scorpion tank come out to deal with that. And, yeah, that's 1.02 exactly. Interesting stuff. He powers down the ref. He just... Is Harvester really stuck? He can't move it. Okay. And the Raider Buggy's stuck as well. Interesting. Okay, well, that's a bug for you. Anyways, bugged Harvesters in 1.02, everybody. Who would have thought? I've never actually seen that before, where units get stuck. I mean, that's a full load of Tiberium right there. It's pretty unfortunate. You could sell the refinery, but, I mean, that would be even worse, I think. Kind of surprised he hasn't built a Scorpion tank yet to deal with this. I mean, he's building more Harvesters, but he's only got one refinery that's actually working. I mean, he could have had an eco, but he just needed a Scorpion tank out earlier. Like, he spent too much time. I don't know. He could have definitely saved it. I can't believe that it's still going on, though. Looks like it wants to go in there. He's using a Raider Buggy to focus this down, though. Scorpion tank finally going to be joining the fight here. There we go. Finally takes it down. That was way longer than it should have gone on. A little bit unfortunate, but anyways, we will be seeing Scorpion tanks moving through the middle of the map here for WarStorm, and he's got himself a nice, significant advantage just based on the fact that Dimitery just wasn't able to deal with that. It doesn't sound like WarStorm was really doing that to be malicious. I mean, I would imagine he did it at first to try to block the Harvester, but I don't think he had intended for clog up the refinery. But anyways, we will be seeing a Scorpion tank fight here between Dimitery and WarStorm. WarStorm does have the decoy army, but it will be Dimitery that was taking the majority of the victory here as far as Scorpion tank numbers. But now WarStorm has been reinforced here on his front lines. He has a decent number of Scorpion tanks. I would imagine Dozer Blades is nearly done for him if I know him well enough. There it is, yeah. Boom, Dozer Blades is done. That's just going to be so much firepower on the front lines. And looks like Dimitery actually wants to replay the game. I don't know that it's really worthy of a replay. It's debatable. It's debatable. I don't think that's worth a replay. I mean, he definitely had a method of dealing with it. He just needed to send a Scorpion tank down to deal with it. He built more Harvesters. Like, I understand the frustration behind it, but he should have dealt with it a lot sooner. Anyways, Scorpion tanks going to be continuing to pound away here on this base. They do manage to take down the War Factory and just going to go ahead and fall back after that. Probably could have stayed there and just continued to fight. I mean, he's got Dozer Blades. And I guess Dimitery is going to fall back here. It looks like his MCV has been sold off here to try to deal with the Scorpion tank numbers coming out from WarStorm. And Dimitery is going to stay in this game. He's not going to throw it in just yet, so he is looking to fight this one out to the bitter end. And the question is, what is WarStorm going to do in the meantime? He's got double War Factory. He's all in. He sold his MCV. Where's the engineer, though? Is there a sneaky engineer somewhere? Not that it would matter. I mean, WarStorm's got a pretty significant advantage. Anyways, I'm not going to look for that engineer. We will be seeing WarStorm just continue to pound away on the remaining infrastructure here of Dimitery. Oh, is he going to go for a base trade? He's going for a base trade. Scorpion Tank's going to be headed into the base of WarStorm. I don't think he's got enough time, though. I don't think he's got enough time. There's only 2 structures here left for WarStorm, for Dimitery. That refinery is going to be getting focused down very quickly here. And that's going to be it. Dimitery has been defeated, and WarStorm goes up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. So, I mean, an unfortunate move there for Dimitery. Going to be getting his harvester stuck in that refinery for an extended period of time. But again, he should have responded to it a lot earlier. I mean, obviously a way of fixing that is to send units over to kill off that raider buggy, but I can understand that he wanted to get his eco up and running, and he's probably just flustered, so I can certainly understand the pain there. But anyways, that's going to be it for game number 2. I think we will be counting that one. I don't think there's any real reason not to. I mean, I don't know. I'll leave it up to tournament officials. If he wants to try to debate that one, I'll leave it up to those guys to make the decision there. But I'm going to go ahead and treat that as game number 2. If not, I'll let you guys know. But that's going to be sending us into our next game, which is coming up momentarily, everybody. So be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 3 of this best of 7 final series, and that brings us to the classic map, Tournament Drift. And sliding over to the left hand side as the purple Traveler 59, we have Dimitery. And then sliding over to the right hand side as the orange Traveler 59, we have WarStorm. So an unexpected Traveler 59 mirror matchup here. It was random for both players, so neither one knows what they're up against, and it's going to be descents coming out from both sides. Again, exactly what you would do in a situation where you get Traveler 59, especially if you get it in random. Just based on the fact that you'll probably be able to jump whoever it is that you're up against. But it looks like Dimitery is going to be seeing the fact that it is going to be Traveler 59 coming out from WarStorm. So he's got a bit of a leg up here. WarStorm, on the other hand, does not know that Dimitery is in fact Traveler. So this should be interesting. And we do have the disintegrators headed down to the bottom side of the map. It looks like 2 assimilators down here. So WarStorm opting to use his disintegrators to try to grab himself 2 Tiberium spikes, and should be able to do so completely uncontested. He's going to be sending those guys forward. Going to be untouched. A couple of buzzers going to be passing by the forces of Dimitery, but now these disintegrators should be able to run in and probably claim at least an extractor kill. Needs to be careful though. The buzzer swarm, or rather the buzzer hive here, is something that he needs to be worried about. One of those disintegrator squads does look like it went down, and we do have disintegrators running around here for WarStorm. So yeah, I don't know if he was expecting the fact that there were going to be disintegrators. I think he was smart to drop a buzzer hive quickly and didn't actually opt to drop a warp sphere just yet. So nice move there from WarStorm. He's going to be able to keep his harvesters alive. Dimitery, on the other hand, he's got 2 harvesters, only 1 refinery, and only 1 buzzer hive. So the descents here from WarStorm going to be moving in. Keep in mind he has grabbed both of the bottom tip spikes, so that's going to be a major factor here as we go into the later portion of the game. But 2 buzzer hives going to be down here from Dimitery to try to hold this off, and he does have a warp sphere down as well. So that can be pressured here by WarStorm. He can poke in and at least do some damage, and it looks like that's actually what he's going to opt to do. Ooh, the buzzer hive comes down, and he's actually going to get, I think, only partially 1 squad there, but now 2 buzzer hives. 1 buzzer hive actually gets sold off. Kind of interesting that he'd choose to do that, but warp sphere down now for WarStorm. So again, just the looming threat of disintegrators on either side of the map here. Neither one's actually recalled their disintegrators back to their base to try to deal with the threat in their own base. Instead, they're just going to be trying to get some damage here off on whoever they can, or wherever they can. And that's a good decision there. Disintegrators are going to be moving down here for Dimitery, going to be looking to pressure the Tiberium spike here of WarStorm, and that's a smart move. And actually, it looks like WarStorm may be sending his disintegrators back in. Looks like for a second there, he was actually sending those guys back. But Tiberium spike here from WarStorm getting focused down, and that Tiberium spike should go down. I think he's going to take some losses here, but I think at this point it's probably worthwhile to just take it out. So that Tiberium spike will go down. So it is a 1 spike advantage now in favor of WarStorm, based on the fact that he has both of the bottom tip spikes. And what else do we have coming out from these guys? So Dimitery, he's got his 2nd refinery up, so he's cruising on eco. Not a whole lot more to be said there, but WarStorm, he dropped another portal here, got another amount of disintegrators out at this point, and he's trying to deal with the remaining disintegrators here coming out from Dimitery. He does manage to finally clean those guys all up, so he's actually going to go ahead and recall his older descents back to his base. And this is kind of an interesting part of the map. You can see the rift has actually been filled in with trees. A few of them have been decorated for us. I didn't actually see that the last time we were on this map, so very interesting. But Tiberium spike here from Dimitery could get focused down to give WarStorm that 2 spike advantage again. Most likely going to be the target here of choice. Dimitery not opting to repair this, realizing that he doesn't really have any method of saving it. And it's a fast tier 2, probably a quick tech to tier 3 here for Dimitery off of 1 base. And that's going to get pressured here by WarStorm based on the fact that he did go into disintegrators again. So he's going to have some pressure here, and Dimitery, does he have anything to stop this? Okay, he's got corruptors. Corruptors are great against disintegrators, and that's probably going to be enough to force these guys to fall back. And the great thing is they can actually repair themselves as well. Yeah, you can see they insta-kill those squads. It's just like a flame tank. And that 1 corruptor going to be giving chase. He can probably just continue to chase it out. There is a Gunwalker here now, but honestly, the Gunwalker's not much of a threat. in that situation. Gunwalker's out in mass, and it's going to be Descent Gunwalker. A pretty powerful combo there for any Scrin faction, especially Traveler, just based on fast legs. It's looking like just jockeying for map control. So WarStorm, he definitely has map presence right now, but Dimitery has tier 3, going to be going into Mechapede production, and this should be really, really good. Going into those shard segments, going to be able to deal with the disintegrators, and he's going to be building disintegrators behind that by the looks of it. Maybe cultists? I would imagine it's going to be disintegrators, though. I can't imagine it's going to be cultists at this stage in the game. WarStorm looking to go for a flank maneuver here on Dimitery. Going to be coming in from the top side of the map. Dimitery has no idea that he's coming from this direction. Mechapedes are out of position, but honestly, they're very fast and they're very close here, so they can be moving in. There's a decent number of Mechapedes out, though. What is going on here for Dimitery? Looks like WarStorm managed to clean up a scout here on the far right side of the map. Meanwhile, the disintegrators here from WarStorm getting chased away by a corruptor. Decent-sized descent force up in the top of the map, but we did see the 2 seeker tanks getting focused down by the Mechapedes. Mechapedes are going to go ahead and head into the base of WarStorm, but WarStorm, he does still have a decent-sized force here in the top side of the map. Maybe waiting for those Mechapedes to really move out of position before he commits in. Cultists out on the field here for Dimitery as well, so tech advantage very much in favor of Dimitery, but eco advantage very much in favor of WarStorm. He already has this expansion eco up and running, has his tier 2, likely working on his tier 3, maybe another warp sphere. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. Devourer tanks wouldn't be awful against this right now, but he's not producing anything off of his warp sphere. He does have a stasis chamber, so we can see. Oh no, they don't have stasis shield. Never mind. I was gonna say we could see a stasis shield come down, but he is Traveler 59, so they don't have that. They have the temporal wormhole. We do have cultists out to try to grab away the Mechapedes here of Dimitery, but they actually get focused down very quickly, and that one cultist didn't actually even come out. Cultists coming out in front of the Mechapedes, not what you want to be seeing unless they can grab them straight away. And again, the cultists just getting focused down very quickly here. And now that there are supporting cultists here coming in from Dimitery, he's going to be able to win this out pretty handily. Let's see what's going on over on the other side of the map. It looks like WarStorm actually moved in for the kill shot here on the original main base of Dimitery. He's cleaning up this entire main base. And oh my god, the drone ship had to unpack because of the disintegrators. Dimitery, he may have to go for a base trade. He may have to just send... No, he's sold up! That's going to be it! Dimitery has been defeated, and WarStorm takes a 3-0 so far. And that makes it match point for Dimitery coming up in game number 4. I didn't think he was out of the game. I think he just needed to send his drone ship over to the base of WarStorm, and he possibly could have fought that one out a little bit longer, but... Oh, I don't know. I understand the pain there that he suffered, the damage that he took in his main base. He lost his entire main base, and didn't look like he really had eco established on that field. But anyways, WarStorm going to be capitalizing on those Mechapedes being out of position, and the fact that Dimitery had to spend so much money on them, and just went for that flank maneuver and took out his main base while he was off in his own base. But that's going to be it for game number 3, everybody. That's going to take us into game number 4, and that's coming up momentarily, so be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 4 of this best of 7 final series, and that brings us to the map Winter Meltdown. And spawning down in the bottom left corner as the orange Reaper 17, we have Dimitery. And then sliding up into the top right corner as the purple Steel Talons, we have WarStorm. So it is 3-0 in favor of WarStorm. Dimitery, he was looking to depart from the event, but we managed to convince him otherwise. Kind of just talked to him and said, hey, you know, we understand the frustration from game number 2, but we didn't want you to leave because of it, obviously. We want to just have some fun, and that's exactly what today's about. It's not, you know, this tournament, I don't think to anybody is proving who's pro and who's not. It's more just to have some fun. But anyways, we are on the map Winter Meltdown, and this is going to be a map everybody obviously knows. It is in 1.02 plus. Created by Predator, but we have scaled it back to 1.02 just to stay consistent with the rest of the gameplay. But anyways, Scout's going to be getting cleaned up there for both sides. And I would actually say for Dimitery, this isn't the worst setup that he can get. I mean, granted, he doesn't have artillery against a faction that has great artillery, but this map, it's got a lot of options here as far as attack paths and build orders and whatnot that can actually work. So, and I mean, obviously he has the EMP advantage, significant EMP advantage over WarStorm, so should be interesting to see how things work out. Interestingly enough, we haven't actually seen Zircon, so no bugged veterancy on the 1.02 Predator tanks for Zircon. But anyways, we will be seeing Warp Sphere just continuing to produce more and more of those Reaper harvesters, and there will be grabbing that very, very nice, luscious green Tiberium, and not a whole lot to talk about. These guys are just ecoing here, and I mean, it's game 4. It's not shocking that these guys want to eco. Looks like he's building another watchtower, just stalled on eco at this point in time. Oh my god, it's the... No way! He returned the favor. So, Dimitery, he planted a buzzer in front of the refinery here of WarStorm. Obviously not nearly as significant as the damage that was done to his economy, but just paying tribute to game number 2, that was actually very funny. I like that a lot. But WarStorm was able to clean that up with the watchtower, so not too much to worry about there. It only slowed him down a little bit. But Dimitery, he's ready to drop that ref on his expansion there. That should be up and running very soon. And we do have the MCV pack up here for WarStorm. So second War Factory down for WarStorm, interestingly enough. Maybe going to be Titan production? I don't know what he's really planning on here. Maybe it's going to be Pit Bulls. It is going to be Titans coming out of one War Factory. I would imagine will be Titans coming out of this one as well. That'll be kind of interesting, a Titan push here in this map. He's going to be able to go through the middle of the map. I think he realizes now that he's not up against Traveler 59. Well, I mean, he definitely knows now that he's not up against Traveler 59. Took the garrisonable structure here, but that's always a risky venture versus a screen faction, just based on the fact that they can drop that buzzer hive and immediately de-garrison that squad. But anyways, we will be seeing a couple of Titans down here to actually defend this expansion field for WarStorm, and yeah, that double War Factory. No, he actually sold his main War Factory, so he's just going to be working off of this one War Factory in the middle of the map. That's kind of interesting. It's nice because, I mean, Steel Talon's obviously quite a bit slower as far as the unit movement speed. Those Titans very slow. But that central War Factory position should be able to allow him to send Titans to both his top and bottom fields and be able to respond to attacks there. But Secret Tanks as well as Lightning Spike going to be putting a lot of damage out on the Heavy Harvester here. That Harvester will definitely be going down. Titan's probably going to be responding to this. I'm not quite sure where they're at. No, they're way out of position. They're trying to deal with some tanks down here. They do manage to clean that up. It looks like the Harvesters were pulled off the line for just a small moment there. But anyways, we'll be seeing Lightning Spikes continuing to focus these guys down. More Harvesters going to be going down. Second Harvester going to be going down. That one's full of Tiberium as well. Could actually just stay and kill another Harvester. That one's full of Tiberium. Very smart to focus this one down. He's actually using the Lightning Spike to focus it down as well. Can actually maybe even take out that last Harvester there. But he's going to try to cut and run. He's got significant numbers advantage. He's going to try to focus down the Harvester. It's going to be close. The Lightning Spike, is he going to get it? It's so close. Oh, the final shot from that Secret Tank did take it down. So all the Secret Tanks do go down, but they clean up all of the Harvesters there. Man, that was so close there for a time. And we will be seeing rocket squads coming out, maybe actually seeing the rocket squads garrisoning inside of those heavy harvesters, but doesn't seem to be the case right now. Fast tier 3 coming out from Dimitery, already has shielded tripods. Very, very scary indeed, and it looks like the drone ship is going to move out for the expand, and he's going to be headed towards the center of the map. Those tripods going to be great against the Titans here. Rocket squads not so much. They'll actually be able to deal with those tripods pretty well, but the Titans are really the bulk of this army, and they're the bulk of the damage output right now. The infantry can be dealt with pretty easily, and honestly, just the sheer luck off the factions. Reaper 17 actually a very good anti-infantry as well, so those Reaper tripods have been spotted. They're going to be grabbing that charge up here. Very smart move to actually charge those guys up. Doesn't look like conversion reserves are upgraded just yet. Maybe something that's purchased in the near future. We'll have to see. It doesn't look like he's actually queuing that upgrade. Again, we don't see that all that often, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we will be seeing the tripods running forward here. He is at least charging them up, at least, well, I say that, but he's not charging them up now. They are moving out. It looks like just a buzzer going to be poking away some damage on that harvester, getting some scouting information. Ooh, buzzer actually running past a lot of rocket squads. Missed opportunity there to actually kill off all those rocket squads. Wants to get a scout off on this base, though. Maybe a stasis shield coming down in the near future. We'll have to see. Does he actually have a stasis? No, he doesn't have stasis. I really think he'd benefit a lot from having stasis at this point in the game. He could lock down the construction yard just to deny any production coming out there and just steamroll this base, but he's looking really... Oh, he does have stasis. Okay, so he does lock it down just as the building's about to go. Whoa, he was still able to drop down the power plant. He must have had it queued up. So bad matchup. GG coming in from WarStorm, and it's looking like he is going to throw in the towel. And there he goes, has been defeated, and Dimitery will take a game off of WarStorm, and that's going to put him at 1-3 in this series. So he's not out of it yet, folks. He's ready to throw in the towel, but he's going to maybe make the battle back. So game number 4 going over to Dimitery. And that's going to take us to game number 5, everybody. That's going to be coming up momentarily, so be sure to stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to game number 5 of this best of 7 final series, and that brings us to the map workshop problems. And spawning in the top of the map as the green nod, we have WarStorm. And sliding down to the bottom side of the map as the purple GDI, we have Dimitery. So it is 3-1 in favor of WarStorm, and wow, I just realized how bad that text looks. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. You know what? We'll just remove the space. Not going to look great, but at least it will fit a little bit better on the scoreboard. There we go. So that has been fixed somewhat, but Rifleman Squad's just going to be looking to get some scouting information here, and again, this is just a reskin of Pipeline Problems, so should be interesting to see how these guys play this one out. We obviously do have that expansion point in the center of the map, but I would imagine nobody's going to actually opt to go for that. What are we going to have coming out from Dimitery? He's going to go for a quick expand over here to the Blue Tiberium field. Not terribly shocking. Dropping a War Factory far forward. Looks like it is going to be a pit bull here, probably just to get his harvesters out on the front line a little bit faster. And so yeah, interesting stuff, but it will be a refinery down here from WarStorm, a little bit closer here to the actual Blue Tiberium field, and I think did he go Crane? No, he didn't go Crane. Maybe he went Crane? I don't know how he got the build radius over here. That's kind of interesting. But anyways, the refinery is down here, going to be cranking away on that Blue Tiberium. He's got 2 harvesters already cranking away on that Tiberium. Second refinery is down now for Dimitery. Could actually just sell up this refinery that's a little bit further behind, but he's got 3 harvesters already on this field, a 4th harvester ready to pop, and it's looking like a Rifleman Squad going to be gunning down the Militant Squad here. They're going to actually fight it out. It's going to be close, but the harvesters are going to come in and have the final say and be able to clean up that Militant Squad. Rifleman Squad just going to be poking up in here for WarStorm, getting full vision of the right-hand side of the map, as well as maybe looking for any miss micro on the engineers there. It's always a good idea to check your opponent's Tiberium spikes, make sure they've actually grabbed it, because especially at lower levels, occasionally you forget the engineer is at the tip spike and don't actually capture it, so you can actually get a free engineer kill. Not a bad idea. But anyways, Militant Squad going to be getting focused down again by a Rifleman Squad here. Not terribly shocking. A couple of Predator tanks out from Dimitery, just going to be respecting the fact that he is up against WarStorm. He is up against the threat of Nod. But a War Factory down on the front lines here for Dimitery. Now, one Predator tank going to take a lot of damage. This is actually baiting those Scorpion tanks into a concave here, but they are going to fall back, realizing that there's 5 Predator tanks out now. They're going to go ahead and run for their lives. Those Scorpion tanks just not going to be able to stand up in a fight in that situation. War Factory down forward. War Factory there for WarStorm, so he's got double War Factory as well. Pretty mirror build here as far as like base layout and all that. No barracks coming out from Dimitery, but we did see a hand of Nod coming out from WarStorm. So nobody's actually packed up for the expand. Obviously, they do have that green Tiberium that they can still harvest. Need to get 2 refineries down on that field because it is a significant amount of Tiberium that needs to be gathered here. Rocket Squad just going to be coming down to the back side of things, going to be able to clean up this pit bull. Should be able to clean that up, no problem. Looks like a Rifleman Squad just going to be poking some damage onto that Tiberium spike. It's taking about 1/5 of its health away or so. Scorpion tank's going to be moving back in, uncontested now. Going to be able to get some free shots on the Harvester. That needs to be pulled off the line. It is pulled off the line. Refinery gets powered down straight away, and that Harvester should be okay, but the APCs now are the threat, or the possibility of going down. They need to be careful as well. They need the Predator tanks to get back in range, and it looks like they were coming back as we speak, so there they go. But yeah, these guys both playing it safe here. Dimitery more so than WarStorm, just based on the fact that he's at match point. But WarStorm, he doesn't want to give up a game here because that gives the momentum very much over in favor of Dimitery. Once you start winning game after game, it starts really getting into your opponent's head. But again, good players will work past that. But these Scorpion tanks just on an aggressive stance, just going to be passing through the space, going to be firing at whatever they can possibly get their hands on. Poking quite a bit of damage onto a Harvester there coming from the Blue Tiberium field. Could have committed and actually just killed that off, but now they're actually going to get caught out here by the huge concave of Predator tanks coming out from Dimitery, and they're all going to go down. A couple of Predator tanks and APCs going to be moving too far forward there for Dimitery, but the remainder of his force is going to be getting in range. And it looks like it is going to be Scorpion tanks and infantry here with the Confessor Cabal Squad upgrade, or rather the Confessor upgrade. Just to make them a little bit more tanky. And WarStorm doesn't look like he wants to commit in just yet. He's just going to clean up whatever he can for free, and that's a smart move here. But it's going to be a battle here very, very soon because these guys are going to have to fight over this middle eco, and it looks like WarStorm has actually got a leg up here on Dimitery in that respect, as he's got a huge force in the middle of the map. Dimitery really needs to push him back and get his MCV over here to really get some eco rolling. He needs to start taking out these forces, get the APCs over here. This is actually a really good split for Dimitery because the APCs can just come in here and just clean up all of the rocket squads, and the Predator tanks can just clean up the Scorpion tanks on the outside of things. Huge concave here for WarStorm. That's actually a massive concave, and he's going to be trying to clean up the Predator tanks as much as he can. That superior positioning there from WarStorm actually really paid dividends. I was I wasn't really sure how I felt about it at first, but it looks like WarStorm is going to come out on top of that just based on sheer numbers. And more Predator tanks going to be coming out on the front lines here for Dimitery. Not sure what happened to that second War Factory. It looks like it was sold off. So only one War Factory production. Whoa, where's his MCV? Okay, so his MCV is still here. I thought for a second that he lost his MCV. AP ammo on the way. Command post is down, but the War Factory goes down there, and that's the only production structure that we have here for Dimitery. He drops another one. Needs to laser fence this just to keep it alive a bit longer. Maybe building block it out a little bit as well, but this is really good positioning of these watchtowers. Going to be trying to keep them behind this little rift here, or rather the little mountain that we see there. Oh, the Predator tank's too far away from the War Factory repairs. Shatterer tank comes out on the front line. Will it get a shot off? It does get a shot off. Manages to clean up one rocket squad, and it will probably go down. Gets a second shot off. Takes down a Scorpion tank for its trouble. No repair tool on this War Factory. That's kind of interesting. There must be another War Factory being queued up here. And where is it? There it is. So another War Factory being dropped. And this war of attrition is really starting to pay dividends here for WarStorm. I mean, he's just getting free time to eco here and get his expansion up and running. So despite the fact that Dimitery is holding, he's taking a lot of damage, and he's not actually repairing his War Factories. I don't know why he's not. I mean, he can definitely repair them and hold the line, but he's opting not to do that. Another War Factory comes down for Dimitery. He's going to try to continue to hold the line here, but again, WarStorm's just been left to his own devices on the other side of the map. Air tower comes down. May actually see a mine drop come in here. Don't know what else it would be used for. He may be going into Vertigo production, but I don't know that he necessarily needs it. He obviously needs his tier 3, which is not anywhere near being completed, so I have to imagine that's a mine drop. Oh, it actually gets stopped by the APCs. Mine drop gets shut down, so that's a fair bit of eco there that was lost. But unfortunately, Dimitery out of position here. His force is going to be caught between all of the Scorpion tanks here at WarStorm. And actually, WarStorm not focusing down the Predator tanks. He's actually instead focusing down the APCs. The last Scorpion tank, it will finally go down, but only one Predator tank in this entire army here still alive. And it's all APCs going to be trying to hold the line. They're trying desperately to focus down the remainder of these forces. That one Predator tank is veteran, but is doing quite a bit of damage, and it's going to be able to hold the line quite a bit better than a standard Scorpion, or rather standard Predator tank. Now the watchtower is being focused down. That War Factory is as good as dead. Second War Factory going to be going down. Needs to get the repair tool. Where is the repair tool, man? He sold his... Oh my god, he sold his MCV. No, he didn't. His MCV's up here. No, his War Factory is still alive, but it's going to get focused down here pretty soon. And it's looking like this may very well be GG. And he said he did a bad early build. Too many harvesters coming out from Dimitery, and this is looking like it's going to be all she wrote. That is going to be it. Dimitery has been defeated, and WarStorm will take the game and the series 4-1. So solid game coming out from both sides. Honestly, I thought Dimitery did a pretty good job of actually holding that off, despite being kind of caught with his pants down there in one of those engagements. So yeah, just WarStorm coming out just with a sheer brutality victory there. But Dimitery made him work for it. That is for damn certain. So solid play out of both of these guys. WarStorm going to be picking up the game, the series, and the tournament. So congratulations to WarStorm, who we haven't seen in a very long time. Going to be coming through to claim a victory here. Obviously a small tournament. We only had 8 players, and you know, I was one of them. So keep that in mind. But he will be claiming a victory nonetheless. So congratulations to him. Goes out and going to be the winner of the Christmas Mod Tournament, the only winner of the Christmas Mod Tournament that we've had so far, because again, we've only had one. But, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll do this again in the future, and maybe it'll be on 1.02 plus. Not quite sure. But anyways, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I had a blast watching this, and it was nice to see. It was nice to see WarStorm actually stop by too. I've seen him poking around in chats of, you know, Twitch streams and whatnot here and there, but I haven't actually seen him around playing. So it's actually nice to see him here today, and he's going to walk away with a victory. So congratulations go out to him. Congratulations go out to Dimitery too, because I mean he's going to take second place, and he definitely worked for it and took the position without just conceding the victory to WarStorm earlier on like he was planning on. So got to give him credit where credit's due. and he put up a fight for us. So congratulations to everybody that participated in the tournament, myself included. We all put up a good effort, and it was a lot of fun. The mod was a lot of fun. It's really, really cool. I really like all the work that was done by Zypher Bullet, and Aggressive Panda did a lot of work on this as well, so got to give him credit as well. So yeah, just a lot of fun here today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly did. Looks like, let's take a look at the stream and see what we got up to. Got up to about 54 people here today, so we got up to a pretty standard number of people for our streams here, and considering it was only 8 players and only about 3 hours long, it was pretty enjoyable. I hope you guys all had fun with it. I know I certainly did. And a couple of things to note before we pass on for the day is obviously we do want to say congratulations again to WarStorm for taking the victory. Also a big shout out to Zypher Bullet and Aggressive Panda for the mod. It's a very, very fantastic mod. Very, very cool. And you guys can download that for yourselves if you're interested. It is linked down in the description below. The mod information and installation instructions, there's a link below that. Just click on that and you can download it for yourselves. You don't even have to necessarily play it online. You can just play it on your own, and it should be a good bit of fun. I've played it in skirmish mode a couple of times just because I like beating up on the AI every once in a while, and it's a good bit of fun. It's a good bit of fun. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for us here today, guys. Be sure to keep an eye out on the channel. I've got some very cool stuff coming up, particularly my 3,000 subscriber special. We're nearing that 3,000 mark, and I do have a special video for you guys. It's actually a vlog that's coming out. Going to be giving you guys a bit of an update on the channel as well as myself. So keep an ear out for that. That should be out probably in the next few days here, as we're very, very close to actually reaching that subscriber mark. And yeah, a lot of new stuff coming down the pipelines, particularly coming up in 2016. We will be seeing a lot of cool tournaments coming up. We actually have a very exciting FFA tournament that's going to be coming down the pipeline. I don't know if you guys saw the one from last year, but we had a blast with that. I'm going to try to convince Cybert to actually join me for a dual cast on that. We haven't seen him around in a while, and it would be awesome if he could actually just stop in and maybe just jump in for a cast on that one, because that's how we actually ended up doing the cast for the FFA last time, and just the two of us in there together had an absolute blast, just laughing at all the crazy shenanigans that were going on. So maybe we'll see that again coming up in 2016, but that's actually it for our tournament scene for 2015, everybody. That's our final tournament for the year, and that's going to send us off into the nice light here for 2016. So I'm sure you guys will see some more stuff on my channel between now and then, but in case you don't hear from me between now and then again, I hope you guys all have a great holiday season, whatever holiday it is you may celebrate. Again, Merry Christmas to everybody out there that does celebrate it. I know I do. And obviously a Happy New Year. So I'm looking forward to 2016. I hope you guys are too, and I'll actually send us off with a treat here. I'll send us out to the main menu so you guys can hear the cool music. Let me see if I can fix it here. It'll just be a nice way to do a send-off. I'll actually turn this up here. Let's see. Yeah, let's turn this all the way up. So thank you again, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed the cast here today. We had a lot of fun, especially since it was only 8 players. Pretty fantastic. I hope you guys all had fun, too. Thank you all for joining us on the stream, and I'll catch you all next time.